Equipment presets loadout is the new feature coming into Rise of Kingdoms. Let's go ahead and check it out. And I'm gonna give you the best tips and advice about it so you can benefit the most in Rise of Kingdoms. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm going to talk about the update 1.0.46. Obviously we're going to talk about the loadouts, but there's going to be a couple of more things that I need to show you before we get to the equipment loadouts. The museum update or the museum day event is also going live within 2 weeks after the update. It's going to be the 35 sculpture event that everyone is looking for, the one that you have to kill barbarians, gather some resources, and then you get your 35 sculptures. So that's a very nice event that you should definitely work on and definitely fight for it. There's some Lost Kingdom optimization, and this is the other optimizations that we're gonna talk the most. The equipment loadouts from the first point. Third point is that in order to make the Osiris League playoff more enjoyable for participating governors, we have adjusted the rewards for each round. So on the rules is still the same. Probably after we have the first games, we will know exactly what this means. As Kingdom grow more developed, the level of resource points in provinces bared by level 1 and level 2 passes will increase accordingly. So now on those areas, as I go into my kingdom, as I am in the starting area, so let me just zoom out a little bit. Let's go to the map, to a zone 1. You see on the map, I'm somewhere where is a zone 1. So let's go somewhere far away from a shrine. Right, somewhere in between the shrines, maybe. So right now you have level 4, level 5, level 5, level 6. So you have level 5 and 6s everywhere on the map. Now I'm not sure is this in the new kingdoms as well. I'm not gonna go ahead and check, but at least in the older kingdoms we do have it. So that's a very nice feature coming to Rise of Kingdoms. But now in the lower area you have the 5 and 6s too. So that's pretty good because it makes farming more easier, especially on the crowded kingdoms. Now back to our equipment loadouts, because this is the main thing that we need to talk about. So going on to my YSG is equipped for my Sunset Canyon, and you're noticing that I have 2 pre-setups. I have 3 marches of archers that I usually use equipment on, and that is Artemisia, Ramses, and obviously YSG for Sunset Canyon. Now if I click on Artemisia, you notice that she has the arc, the sunset, and whatever, and same is Ramses. He has whatever, arc, and arc again. So I'm gonna explain all this because I have already played a little bit with the equipment and I did not understand why at the beginning, but later on I did understand, and this is the reason why you have to do something similar that I have done. So right now my Ramses is equipped with whatever, which has no equipment. So for example, I want to equip my Artemisia and my Ramses for Arc KVK, and you're noticing that my YSG is equipped for Sunset, and I also have the Sunset 2 loadout. So let's go and let's equip for Arc. We're having Arc tomorrow. So I'm just going to press switch. The nice thing, it shows you that from which commanders you're also taking equipment from. So I'm just going to press switch. And then Artemisia is on whatever, but I want her for Arc. And it also shows me again from which one I am taking equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and press switch. Now the easiest way this could have been done, so it is not causing me any problems, would have been nice if I would have had something similar to whatever on Ramses. So if I go back to YSG, because obviously I took a lot of equipment from YSG, you're noticing that his Sunset loadout is gone, because it doesn't save up that equipment apparently, because it removes it from the commander. So the best way for me would have been to load an empty loadout, and that way the Sunset loadout would have remained there. So I hope that makes sense. So for example, as I have on Artemisia, I have whatever. It would be better if I just remove this. Yep, there you go. So I removed it, is whatever. And now I have the arc and I have the sunset. So if I switch on an empty loadout, let me just show you. It removes all the equipment from my Artemisia. Then I go to Ramses and I go to whatever. I switch, it removes all the equipment. And now if I go to my YSG and I go to my sunset, I can easily just press switch. So this is something that you want to keep in mind, that you want to have an empty loadout, and every time you want to play around with equipment on commanders, you want to make sure that you click on an empty loadout. So in theory, this loadout system is very helpful because you don't have to do this many clicks, but you still have to do a couple of clicks. So having empty loadouts will help you out, because you noticed at the beginning when I switched to equipment for the arc, for example. So let me just switch to an empty loadout. It will be much better to keep it like this, and then I can do my sunset loadout, which is gonna remain saved. Obviously the equipment is off the commanders right now, so it's probably a little bit more complicated, but let me just do it. So I'm just putting it random because I have special talent on both. So I'm saving the equipment for the sunset loadout, but right now I'm on the zero loadout. So let's equip Artemisia for sunset, whatever. Let me switch and let's see how is my YSG looking, because I'm pretty sure I took some of it. You see, it's taking something from Artemisia. So let me swap with the other one and the other one. Right, so now I can go ahead and switch to my sunset loadout. My Ramses still has his arc setups, which I have two of them already saved as the same. Both are the same, or anyway, similar. So this is the best way you can do. So I'm gonna do this manually if you want to watch it on another commander, so you can understand in more details how the equipment loadout works. Because you're noticing that I'm taking one accessory from Aethelflaed. So I'm going to, I already named this one as the sunset. So let me go ahead and equip this one for the sunset. Let me check where is the Aethelflaed accessory. There you have it. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting all the Aethelflaed equipment. I'm just doing a copy of her equipment right now. Voila! So we have the sunset equipment and we have the whatever equipment. Well, it's named, both of them are named sunset, but this one should be whatever. Now, if I plan to use this equipment from Aethelflaed, I know that I'm gonna go and let's say I'm gonna switch to Constantine. I want to use Constantine first, or I want to put on Guan Yu a loadout with this defense equipment. I want to make sure that I go to whatever, I press switch, now all the equipment from Aethelflaed is lifted. So if I go and switch it to Guan Yu or Constantine or Charles Martel or whichever other commander you want, you're not going to ruin your Sunset Canyon pre-setup. Your Sunset Canyon pre-setup will still be here when you need it. You just come and switch, and there you have your Sunset Canyon pre-setup. This is the reason I have two Sunset Canyon pre-setups, because you're probably wondering when I was doing on Ramses, why do I have two arc setups? You might be messing things around, right? And then you might be needing the setup for the arc again, and then when you want to switch back, you forgot to switch from your arc KVK, you just went to your sunset setup. So that way I have another arc KVK setup, so I can switch to it, just in case I messed up one. And if I messed up one, it's very easy to copy the other ones. You kind of have a copy of the other one. That's the reason why I'm doing it like this. With Artemisia is a little bit easier as well, because a lot of the equipment is for RKVK, which is for sunset as well. So if I mess up the sunset equipment and I forget to remove it, it's fine, because it's similar to the arc and KVK. So now you understand why is it the two sunset layout. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do another similar setup with the Sunset Canyon. So I have two Sunset Canyon setup. If I mess up one, that's fine, because I have the second one to back it up, and I have the whatever when I want to reset it. So this is pretty much what I'm gonna do on each and every commander to make sure that I'm not ruining the setups. So I have the setups, and if I do ruin them, I have a copy of them, and that way will gonna help me out when I need the equipment. So I hope this makes sense, and if it's still confusing to you, let me know in the comment section below. I was hoping that this will be much better like the army setups, right? Because we do have the army pre-setups or the army loadouts, and obviously they don't give you 300k, because many of you probably save them with a 50% expansion, but at least they give you whatever expansion you currently have. Well, the equipment is slightly different. So if you are on one of the pre-setups and you have the equipment on the commander and you switch it to another pre-setup from another commander, it just takes it from your current pre-setup. So I hope you understand the reason why you have to go to whatever when you have to empty a commander when you want to change the equipment around. Again, if it doesn't make any sense the way I do it, let me know in the comment section below and I will try to explain the best way I can. For now, this is the best way I found it to make it work the best. Making sure that when you plan to take equipment from commanders, unless it's 1-2 pieces, that's fine, but when you know you're taking a lot of pieces, then you want to go to an empty one. This is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you in the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.